Hello Sagittarius, this is Olivia from Dawes Tarot. I'm here to do your weekly reading for July the 27th through August the 1st. I did go ahead and lay out your tarot cards, and I did also pull 2 oracle cards for you to start the reading. The first card that came out was the self-esteem, and it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. That's a good card to have. That means you have abilities. All of us do. We just don't know it. We don't know how to tap into them. That's beautiful. And we'll go into that too a little bit because I see it in your cards as well. The Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. And that talks about intuition. There's some people, you might know them and they just know things, and it's like you ask them, how did you know that? And they say, I don't know, I just know it. It's fun. Anyway, with your cards here, I do see that there's a new beginning and some kind of money, some kind of work that you're doing. And I believe this is you, Sagittarius, as the Queen of Swords. And look at this card, by the way. To me, this looks like when you have doves in a card, to me that represents spirituality. And look at all the ones that are flying around this person. The Queen of Swords. There's 6 of them, if that means anything to you guys. I'm not good on numerology, but 6 I think is a good number. I do. I think it's got something to do with angels, actually. I'm not good enough on that, so don't quote me. You did get the Wheel of Fortune. It is in reverse right now. And I do believe there's something about, this talks about something's not completed yet. And I think I know what it is. There's a lack of self-esteem in this reading here, because this person is saying that you're doing work, and I think this is all about you. I'm not picking up that this is a separate individual. I feel like it's all you. And with the 3 of Pentacles across from the Queen, this 3 of Pentacles talks about doing work that you're not real sure if it's going to be worth it, because you don't feel like you have enough education about it, or you don't know enough training maybe. Yeah, and it's kind of like you're doing something and you like doing it, but you just don't have enough confidence to do it, which is why this is not turning, because you're not giving yourself enough confidence. You lack confidence. And I think that could be this 5 of Swords. You've recently been in a situation that was a battle. And it wasn't your battle. You just kind of got caught up into somebody that was going through a battle of their own, but you got pulled into it, and who knows why. I might not even be able to find out when we clarify, but we'll see. We'll see. And again, this is a spiritual card. These pentacles in the original deck, these are built in stone. They're not spendable. They're there for recognition. And I think that's why this work that you're doing, you don't feel confident enough, is because you're not getting enough recognition for it for right now. Again, these are both saying there's time. They're ready to spin. They're ready to go. But there's time. There's a time delay because of something not feeling complete within you, Saggy. And then you also got the World card, of course, that talks about your whole world turns around. It's like everything that you had, it would be like all of your belief systems and all of the things that you did routinely and all the mishaps that you've done, all of that's gone. This is a new world in a sense. In the Wheel of Fortune, it does say in the reverse, it's going to be you possibly could lose, like for instance, a little bit of money, or you might not, you know, have enough resources for just a little bit until this gets resolved. And once it does, then this card will flip over and the wheel will spin you, and you'll be, things will start turning in your favor. You'll have good luck. Things on that nature. So that's why it tells me that you're not feeling lucky. You don't feel like you deserve this or something. It's interesting. And of course, the Strength card, this is a Leo card. This talks about having you are being, actually, you are definitely linked to the divine, because with the Strength card, it didn't show it in this particular one, but once you have the Strength card, you are divinely connected, and you're getting your strength from the above. And it's powerful. It's very powerful. So you will get there. But until you do, you're not going to get these two wheels, or the world and the wheel. Okay, oh, and then on the bottom of the deck, the Empress. You are going to be the Empress. You're going to be the ruler of your own world. I love it. She is so admired. She's very nurturing. And her big thing is she's all about love. This symbol that she's holding with the circle and the cross on the bottom, that's the sign for Venus, which we all know that Venus is the planet of love. That's beautiful. And she's got all of the zodiac signs in that little ring around in the back of her. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. That's all the zodiacs. She's hiding some because she's probably pregnant. Yeah, I think she's pregnant. That's what I do. But yeah, beautiful. Okay, let's get to clarifying. Yeah, you're going to be in heaven in a sense. I mean, this card here, if you're a single person, which I think this is for a woman, I really do, but it might not be. It might not be, but flip it if you need to. But right now I'm saying this is all you, but let's just keep going here. I think it is. It just, because they ring, they blend together. This is not really feeling, you know, confident enough, like you don't have enough skills to do this particular detailed work. And here you don't feel like you deserve this. So until that happens and this gets fixed, yeah, let's just keep going. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. Oh, okay, so the Star in reverse talks about there's a delay here too as well. There's no hope right now. There are blessings, but you have to continue to, and I tell you, it comes back to this card here. It says self-esteem. You don't have enough self-esteem at this point to even feel like you are deserving. And there's some reason why you feel that way. And maybe that's just part of the way you are, or you've always been, and maybe that's something you need to look at. You know, maybe you just don't feel like you deserve it. And it's probably because you're not getting any recognition for it. Not yet. And the second card. Yeah, you're standing down. Don't do that. Don't stand down. If you feel like you can't do the job that is being offered to you, then don't accept it perhaps. But it says that you have the ability to have the self-esteem to get it done. If you don't know that work, you'll figure it out. Yeah. Sagittarius, you guys can do anything. And by the way, Sagittarius, when I was shuffling, I remembered that Sagittarius is in the zodiac sign, is the one, the sign for Sagittarius is at high noon, which means midheaven. And if you're that high, you're closer to the heavens than any of the other signs. which tells me that you're probably divinely always watched after, as well as you have all the capabilities of any of the psychic abilities. Like for sure, she's talking about intuition. You need to tap into that. You need to research it and see what's available. It's really worth it. Okay. The Queen of Swords with her 6 doves. That's spiritual. That is spiritual. There is going to be a message that comes in, or you're sending a message out too. It could be either way, because you're both swords here. And that could be just good news. Maybe something is starting to turn for you at this point. This is truthful and it's good news. And it's coming maybe from somebody that has been doing their inner work and asking questions about, you know, what about me is it that I need to know? What do I need to do to learn? What do I need to do to make this happen? You know, all kind of inner questions is when you go into hermit mode. You're looking for the answers within yourself. You're not gossiping. Or, I'll take that back. You're not chit-chatting with everybody around you saying, you know, this happened, this happened. What do I do? What do I do? No. You have the capability, Sagittarius, to go within and find out yourself. You do. We all do. We all do. We just forget sometimes because we rely on other people. And then to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, you are using your intuition. If you're not using it now, you sure are going to be, because you want this Wheel of Fortune to turn in your favor. But really what this card means is telling me that you already know how to get this ball rolling. You know how to succeed. You know you have enough self-esteem. You know it. You know it. You know it. And you're going to get there. That's proof right there. So something happened to you that triggered. Maybe you were in something prior to this reading that I don't see. But something left you like feeling like you didn't have any hope. You didn't feel like you had enough willpower to stand up for yourself. Something damaged you here. I don't know if it's something that's permanent that you guys kind of go in and out of maybe. Or it could have just been you were in a situation prior to this that just brought you down. It could very well be that. Because with this 5 of Swords here, we'll get into that in just a minute. Okay, be aware of people that might want to try to come in and steal your glory. Don't let that happen. The Knight of Wands, his message is not good. And don't be surprised if he tries to do damage. There could be some jealousy there, apparently. They don't want to hear your good news. They want to belittle you, degrade you. And is it somebody from your past? Is this what this is? Is that why you were in this mode here where you didn't feel worthy? It could be. Let's look at the 5 of Swords. Now you've been in something because you had to go into hermit mode just to even feel in the upright as Sagittarius. You definitely had it. You had something. Oh. Okay. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that you can trust. This is somebody that's very loyal. They have a plan. They never stray from it. They don't stop until they reach their destination or their goal. And it could be somebody bringing you a job offer. Ooh, this could be a job offer. So just be aware of it. That doesn't necessarily that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to accept it if you're already involved in something, and maybe you're not. This was just all about you. It didn't have anything really to do with work, but it does say that you feel you're not confident enough to even accept a job, and now you're getting a true offer here that's bigger than the page, because the Knight's more money. And then you might have to take a trip and go somewhere. You might have to move if you decide to take a job offer. Remember, the Five of Wands, this isn't your battle. This wasn't your story. And with it being in reverse just means it's being stretched out longer because somebody's not letting it go. Could this be a situation prior to this reading? Because it looks like somebody had a plan. They were coming to pick you up or take you somewhere, or they're coming to live with you, or whatever the situation is. Is that something you want? You might have to make a decision here. I'm going to get one more card. This person may have had options. And maybe the options didn't work for them. But in the upright, this talks about not only options, but it also talks about confusion. Did you guys separate and not ghost? Did you ghost each other in a sense? That's what it kind of feels like. Be leery, or just be aware of it. I'm not going to say be leery, just be aware. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now this talks about somebody not bringing any good. There's no good news coming in about whatever this kind of work is that you're doing. If there is, it's very little, because it's here. There is some news coming in that's good, but in reverse, you're not getting a lot of it, or I can't say that you're getting bad news. Bad news or no news, one or the other. And it's got something to do with it, whatever this is spiritual. Is this person coming in and it's going to throw you in a loop to walk away from your spiritual work? This is work, and it's also spiritual. And if it's not, when I say spiritual, it just means that you might be giving your energy to others to help them. Or you might be doing the work that a light worker would do, a spiritual person would do, maybe. Again, the wheel's not turning until you resolve a situation. And I think it's got something to do with this. Because like I said, the Five of Swords in reverse is a battle that wasn't yours, but it keeps lingering. It's like it's not disappearing, and it's making it worse. And this here, where's that coming from all of a sudden? Unless you're getting a job offer and you need to move. Just be leery, because with the Seven of Cups, those options there are not sustainable. They're not trustworthy. And there's confusion within it too. Okay, let's clarify these two. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Strength card. Yes. And the Six of Cups in reverse talks about being stuck. And you're being stuck on something from your past. You need a timeout. And this is smart. This is very smart right here. If there is someone coming in and it's from your past, don't let them stray you without you doing the work. You might need to go into the, you might need to heal. I just have a funny feeling. I just don't think you're going to accept whatever that is. I don't. Because you're going to be aware that it's wishy-washy. It's not really set. It's not permanent. Could be. I'm going to get one more card for this. Yes. There you go. There's something very toxic in this line of cards here. Were you being... with your self-esteem over here with that card and the way it reads for the cards that are there, was somebody belittling you, or was somebody ghosting you, or was somebody manipulating you? Because that could do harm to your psyche. I believe you're out of it, but I think that's what was hurting you. Not feeling worthy enough. Ooh, just be careful of whatever the situation is here. I don't know for sure, but it looks like somebody's coming in to make you an offer of something or to give you a gift, and there's going to be a move that needs to be made, and I just would be a little leery. Yeah, this talks about waiting for something to come in. Now, this could have been something from your past as well, where you were waiting. Not necessarily. I think you're just waiting for the work that you're doing to start to see the profits of it, or the income of it. That's what this is. You're just waiting. You're waiting for things to start kicking up and start moving. And if you have to, you might have to really think about cutting something out, because this is somebody with authority. The King of Swords is somebody that has a lot of authority. They're very intelligent. They only speak what they need to, what someone needs to hear. They don't butterfly it up. He has the Ace of Swords right here in his hand, which is nothing but truth and clarity. So if there's any confusion here, or even from up here, you may have to go into King of Swords mode, Saggy. You're already the Queen of Swords. Now you got the King of Swords, so you know how to play that. You don't put up with things that are going to mess up your world. Your world won't turn if you get involved in something like that. Just be careful, because we already know that it's toxic. You knew it from the past, and you knew that it hurt you terribly. But now you have the strength, so don't give up. Don't get trapped into falling into something that's not good for you. And remember this card here, the Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. And I think with your intuition here, you already know not to get involved in this. It's not good. Just be careful. There's not going to be any truth spoken here either. There's no clarity. There's no freedom. And there's that Five of Swords again. They're trying to pull you back into something that's not your battle. Don't let that happen. It's toxic. I never did clarify the Empress. Let's clarify her real quick. Judgment. So the divine is calling judgment. Once you get to this point where you've worked through all of this and you're back on track and you're doing your work and you're making money, or you're doing the kind of spiritual work that you want to do, you've looked internal, you're using your intuition, you know that the divine is going to step in and say, let's just judge this for what it is, and it might have something to do with this situation. In other words, the judgment card is saying there's a lesson here that's not learned because it's not closed out. If somebody from your past is coming back in after they've damaged you to some degree in your self-worth or esteem, they're telling you this isn't closed out, and until that's closed, none of these wheels are going to turn. None of them. Sorry, I get carried away. The Knight of Cups. Whoever that person is that's coming in, there is no love there. This is somebody that just wants to come in and manipulate you again. And it could just be lust. I'm sorry about that. But you do have on the bottom of the clarifying deck, you do get the Two of Cups. This talks about a new relationship. I'm not talking about somebody from the past. I'm talking about a brand new, you accidentally meet somebody. It could be in the grocery store. You might meet them at the gas station or whatever. And you automatically click with one another. It's almost like a soulmate connection. And to be honest with you, it is. It doesn't matter if it's something you've been wanting and you're thinking about it, and it's something you prayed for in the past. Maybe this person interrupted that. Now your real true soulmate may be coming in. Oh my gosh. The divine is definitely in this reading all over. All over. All over. Good gosh. All right, Sagittarius, that was fun. I hope this helps you. Until I see you next time, namaste.